was an unfortunate failure in the invitational event, but try not to worry about it. At the end of the day, the championship is your most important concern.
Well, thanks for exposing me, Emma. Well, as you can probably tell, I failed my invitational event, but no matter. And welcome back to another episode of my Lando Norris Career mode, as we are now in Bahrain. I've upped the difficulty, so hopefully it should be a lot better, and this episode should be a little bit on a higher level than last time. As you can see, we've completed an update with the general wear, so hopefully that should be better. But now, as you can see, I've just done on the hard work in practice, and we are ready for qualifying now. It felt okay in practice, not the best as Bahrain. It's just getting to grips with the with the new tracks and everything. But hopefully, it'll all work out for the best. And we've switched qualifying as well, so now I've got qualifying as normal, and we made through from Q1. Not easily, but in P15, so we just managed to scrape through, just at the end there, but we managed it still. And now in Q2, I managed to get, as you can see, a P7 early on in the session, and then I went out for my last run, as you can see, but I just got stuck behind the Grosjean, which was a little bit annoying. And then what happens? Of course, I spin out and bottle. So that's a little bit annoying, to be honest. So I managed to get, as you can see here from the standings, I managed to get P10, but obviously I couldn't compete in Q3 because I was an idiot and crashed out. So that's a little bit annoying. I don't know how far up I would have made it. Maybe P8 would have been possible at best. As you can see, we out-qualified Fernando Alonso quite a bit. I thought the air was going to be better here, because usually at Bahrain, for some reason, they're very, very good here, and I've seen on Twitter that they were going to be very good at this track in this game as well, but obviously they weren't. But that's just how it is. So I think the AI is on 105. Next time it'll be on 110, definitely. So we will be out of that issue. But now let's get into the race. And here we are on the grid. The 5 lights are about to go out, and we are away here. As you can see, we're in P10, we've got Gasly ahead of us, and I've got a bad start. It's AOR all over again, as we now lost 2 positions to Grosjean and Hulkenberg. But obviously we dive up the inside. They are not the sharpest on the first lap to try and make the most of it. We've now got Perez on our inside, just trying to do a little bit too much there, but we managed to get through, no trouble whatsoever. And we're a little bit in a place between nobody here, with Gasly a little bit too far ahead and Hulkenberg behind us. But obviously Gasly got held up, I think, by one of the Haas's who's battling maybe another Haas. No, it's Sainz and Magnussen up ahead, who's now just following around Gasly as we try and make a move round his outside. We do indeed. Can we make it stick round the outside? It seems that we can. It's quite a good move, to be honest. Now as we're keeping him on our outside, there's no way he's going to go with us into turn 10, and no, he didn't. So we made the move stick there on Gasly and gain a position already, so that's good. And so we are now behind Magnussen in P9. Hopefully we can get him when we get round to the straight, although the AI are much faster than me on the straights, because obviously I think they will probably just be running standard downforce, where I think I might be running a little bit more. I'm not entirely sure. But hopefully we can still be, a bit dangerous on the straight, so we won't just get driven past by everyone. And that is obviously why in my, R&D I'm focusing on the powertrain, so we won't get embarrassed like that on the straight. As Magnussen just gone very slow, and we've binned it a little bit and gone over the curb. That means that Gasly and Hulkenberg can now come straight back at us, and indeed they do. And we're going 3 positions right here, 3 cars side by side. Who's gonna make it out ahead? We're going to try and see if we can make a move round outside. Ooh, Gasly nearly squeezed us, but we're keeping it round outside. Can we make the move stick? I think we can, and indeed we do. That was a 2-car overtake in one corner. That was quite nice there, I can't lie about that. As we've now cut way on to lap 2, as we've got Hulkenberg behind us. He just chucks it up our inside, and we try and squeeze him a little bit, but he's managed to, get out ahead. And now we are trying to get back into his slipstream so we can make a move into turn 1. Yeah, we do that as we switch camera angles to get that nice view. Can we go around this outside? We try at least. I think we got the move done. And indeed we have. But Hulkenberg, he's not done. I think he's going to try and come back at us. Yeah, he is. He's going to try and make a move down into turn 3 on the inside. Can we make a stick round the outside? He's got the better position, but we should have better traction. Oh, we just bang wheels a little bit. We're going side by side. Oh, we chucked it around the outside and we kept the position. That's good. What's signed to him? He's going very slowly and we nearly fucking hit him there. And destroyed our front wing there. Luckily nothing happened because obviously there's no ghosting in offline. But I think he might have killed Hulkenberg a little bit. I'm not entirely sure. But I think Hulkenberg survived. But Sainz definitely out the race. So we just gained a position from that. And I can't really complain. As we now cut on to lap 3 and Hulkenberg is making another move on us. As you can see on the straights, he's just flying past us. But we're not giving up as we're going to try and make it round the outside again. But can we make it stick? Yes, we can. I think Hulkenberg's going to get a little bit scared. No, we couldn't make it stick, but now we've got the opportunity to make the move into turn 3, and I think we should, because it's quite an easy overtaking spot, and indeed we do. But we go a little bit deep, and Hulkenberg swings it back round, and we're now side by side again. This is just like last lap, but this time we managed to get around him before this section, so we should have the move done without any issue. We're now in P8 and hopefully I can, leave Hulkenberg behind because he's really pressing me right now and it's tough to gain any advantage over him. But he's still here and now he's going to make another move on us as we try to go to the inside to defend this time. Even though the outside has worked pretty well for us so far, but we just managed to squeeze him a little bit so he couldn't make the move, and that was some easy defending there. As we're now into P7, as I think someone up ahead might have hit it, I'm not really sure. It's now cut on later to lap 5, and Hulkenberg again, he tries to go around the outside. This time we squeeze him, and that's a little bit of a weakness from the AI. As you can see that he just sort of stopped on the apex, which seems to be a thing, which is a little bit annoying, because if you pressure the AI enough and they sort of go off the racing line, sometimes they'll just stop, and then it feels like a cheap move, if you know what I mean. Like, the battling is fine, but then you get to the exit of the corner and just slow down, and then it's just, you feel like you cheated the system a little bit by making that overtake. But as you can see now, we're on lap 6, we've pitted for the soft tires, and we're just going to take those to the end, because obviously one stop is the only viable strategy here. And hopefully we can, gain some positions by pitting a little bit earlier, but I've actually gone way deep into turn 10, and that means that Gasly, who was fighting with on lap 1, has now got the opportunity to make a move on us, and he's already ahead of us going into the latter part of this track, as we just hit him a little bit because he's going very, very slowly on the apex. Maybe that's a little bit of a glitch with AI, that on the apex they're just going very, very slow. So I think I've experienced it before. So now try to go a little bit wide just to get that good traction on him so we can make a move into the last corner, but I didn't really get the turn in as I wanted, and also I messed around on the D-pad there, so I didn't get chucked into Ridge Mix soon enough. But I think with DRS, Ridge Mix and ERS in hot lap, we should be able to make a move into turn 1. No problem. We're just steaming past him. That's what you get for having Honda in the back of your car. Absolutely nothing. The Renault is much, much better. As you can see, that was just an easy move. Classic DRS, just drive around the outside. So that was easy. We're now into P12. Now we got way later on to P10, lap 12, sorry guys. As we are in P8 still, and we've now got Paris behind us, and I didn't see him coming, and he's just steamed around us. That Mercedes engine, he's just got so much more pace, but I've managed to dive up in the inside as well, but that was a bit of a dirty move. I should have lost my front wing there. I don't know how I didn't, but I just thought I could, because on last year's game, when I did that, he would have veered off to the other side and would have made the move stick, but the AI don't do that on this game, so props to Codemasters for that. As he tries to go up or inside us and just have a little moment there, but I don't think he can make it stick now, and we just defend from him and stay in P8. And hopefully I can finish in this position, and indeed I almost did, but we're now on lap 14 and he comes again into turn 1. We're going to try and chuck it round the outside. The AI seems a little bit vulnerable here when you go around the outside. They're not really aggressive enough. As you can see that they just stalled on the apex again, which is a little bit annoying. But now we cut onto the final lap. You see the fireworks, and I managed to get home P8, which again, obviously guys, is a little bit higher than probably where McLaren should be. I was driving 105 AI this time, but next time for China it'll be turned up to 110, and then I'll just have to adapt to whatever happens there. So there's no excuses from me for finishing It's a little bit annoying trying to make excuses for finishing, far off the grid, because obviously that's what I want to do, but I don't want to do it on a false ground or whatever you want to say. Kimi Räikkönen won. I wouldn't really have seen that coming. Maybe he's overpowered as he was last year. If you guys remember that, he won pretty much every single race before they passed it. As you can see, Fernando Alonso down in P13, so we've outperformed him in both of our races, but obviously that is probably due to the AI, or maybe I'm just a god at this game. I think it's the first one. But now we've got our little interview here with, I've already forgot her name. No, Claire.
You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled.
Well, I hope they're thrilled. I mean, I've scored points in 2 races. I mean, look at McLaren, how dreadful they were this weekend in Spa. So, showmanship increased. That's nice.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
It was one dodgy move on a forced India. Give me a break. Come on. Decreased. I just got you points, and I just say that, and then you're decreasing my reputation. What the fuck's that about? I feel robbed, as now we're gonna make some upgrades to our car, not necessarily our car, but some R&D upgrades. You can see I made it cheaper again, so hopefully it should be easier to upgrade the power unit in the future. And we're also gonna make an ICE durability upgrade, because that is the one really taking the hit. So hopefully we won't have to take another engine later in the season, although I think we might have to at some point, because as you can see, it's worn quite a bit actually. And here we're just gonna, to finish off, have a look at the standings. You can see I'm in P6 in the championship so far, which is a little bit above where I should be, but hopefully AI and everything like that should be sorted for next episode. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, leave a like down below, a comment, subscribe, everything is really appreciated. With that, I'll see you next time.